Dubai made its grand entrance onto the world stage just a few short years ago. It was once a sleepy fishing village nestled on the shores of the Arabian Gulf, and in the blink of an eye, it took a swan dive into the pool of destiny. It transformed into the dazzling, futuristic cityscape that we now know as Dubai. This journey is one of desert dreams, a dash of luck, and a whole lot of ambition. Buckle up as we journey through the meteoric rise of Dubai, a city that went from sand to skyscrapers faster than you can say Burj Khalifa. Before we get into it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We have lots more in the chamber for you to enjoy. Dubai, once a humble fishing village, began its transformation into a thriving city due to its strategic location near Iran, becoming a vital trade route to the Persian Gulf. However, this prosperity took a hit in 1929 during the Great Depression, which led to the collapse of the pearl export industry. This economic downturn forced many residents to leave for other parts of the country, causing a slowdown in infrastructure development. While other regions in the United Arab Emirates were reaping the benefits of vast underground oil reserves, Dubai's fortunes took a turn in 1966, when offshore oil was unexpectedly discovered. Between 1968 and 1975, the population of Dubai skyrocketed by an astonishing 300%. Over the past 3 decades, Dubai's population has grown to 2,785,000, marking a remarkable increase of 569%. Interestingly, despite its history with oil, it now only contributes 1% to the GDP. Dubai's primary source of income, and arguably the United Arab Emirates' most valuable commercial asset, stems from its maritime activities. Positioned at the entrance and exit of the Persian Gulf, Dubai serves as a pivotal trading port and currently boasts the busiest port in the Middle East. Today, Dubai has emerged as a global business hub, attracting numerous companies seeking tax incentives, custom duty benefits, and unrestricted foreign ownership. Its warm climate and easy accessibility from Europe also make it a year-round luxury tourist destination. However, what truly sets Dubai apart is its reputation for being a fresh and revolutionary destination. A swift emergence as a global metropolis boasting a skyline that defied human imagination, it ignited the world's fascination with its iconic skyscrapers, indoor snow slopes, and an exceptionally varied populace. With an astonishing 96% of its inhabitants originated from foreign lands, Dubai's diversity outshines that of even New York City, where 37% are immigrants. Dubai, as seen by some keen American observers, comes across as a city where everything and everyone, from its fancy side to its workforce, its architects to its accents, and even its dreams, seem like they've been borrowed and shipped in from far-off places. Similar to how a steam engine defined Chicago in the past, the aeroplane played a big role in transforming Dubai, thanks to Sheikh Mohammed, who later became the Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates. Back in 1974, the young Mohammed got the job of looking after the growth of Dubai International Airport from Sheikh Rashid. Then in the 1980s, Mohammed brought in Maurice Flanagan, a British Airways pro, to kickstart Emirates Airline. This was the beginning of a model that Dubai really got behind. A government-owned business run by Western experts, thriving in the world of international competition. In the early years, Emirates primarily connected Dubai to its neighboring regions. People from Saudi Arabia and Iran visited Dubai to shop and enjoy its lively nightlife, which was restricted in their home countries. Russia also came to Dubai to buy goods in bulk during the chaos of the Soviet collapse. By 1990, Emirates expanded its routes to major cities like London, Frankfurt, and Singapore, taking advantage of the fact that most of the world's population lived within a reasonable flight distance from Dubai. As the Emirates grew, it expanded its reach to various parts of the world, drawing people to Dubai with the promise of tax-free incomes. Many countries, such as the United Kingdom, didn't tax the earnings of their expatriate citizens, while the United States taxed foreign earned incomes above $91,500. By 1995, around 20,000 Britons had made Dubai their home, becoming the first wave of expatriates who would be joined by consultants, architects, and bankers from the first world in the new century. Of course, aviation in the world's least stable region was about more than just prestigious flight routes and fancy airline uniforms. Dubai was a common stop for hijacked planes, and Sheikh Mohammed gained experience in negotiating hostage situations. He dealt with tough groups like the Palestine Liberation Organization, Japanese Red Army, and the Baader Meinhof Gang, a group of German radicals. In all these cases, Sheikh Mohammed successfully protected passengers. Even though his achievements weren't widely reported, they hinted at a strategy for Dubai to become a stable place in a wealthy but unpredictable region. This strategy was led by a business-savvy autocrat who excelled in high-stakes negotiations. To take off and become a global player, Dubai needed a spark, and that spark turned out to be the tragic 9/11 hijacking. While only one person from Dubai was among the 9/11 hijackers, Dubai played a critical role in the attacks. Dubai was a major air hub in the Middle East, so most of the hijackers entered the United States via Dubai. Because Dubai was the financial center of the Gulf, the money used for the attacks flowed through its banks. Additionally, the Emirati elite unintentionally provided protection to the founder of Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden. In 1999, the CIA missed a chance to capture bin Laden during a hunting trip because they believed the Emirati royalty was leading the expedition. The instability in the Middle East following the 9/11 attacks and subsequent US invasions of Afghanistan and Iraq had a big impact on oil prices. This was because the demand for oil was already going up, especially in places like China and India. So, 9/11 brought a lot of money to the Gulf region, and a lot of that money ended up being invested in Dubai because it was a major financial center. In 2002, Sheikh Mohammed made a significant change by allowing foreigners to buy real estate in Dubai. Before that, Dubai didn't really have a real estate market. Land was controlled by the sheikhs for their favored friends, and everyone else, including foreigners, could only rent. With this change in 2002, now anyone, especially people from unstable countries like Lebanon, wealthy Indians, and Russian oligarchs could buy their homes in Dubai and invest their money there. For a long time, Miami was a place where wealthy people from Latin America would put their money because it was safer than keeping it in their home countries. Dubai served a similar purpose for rich individuals and leaders from the Middle East, North Africa, South Asia, and the former Soviet Union. In 2009, a dictator from Azerbaijan famously bought 9 expensive mansions in just 2 weeks, all under his 11-year-old son's name. If you imagine early St. Petersburg as a beautiful painting coming to life in a marshy area, Dubai is like a real-life Sim city, a fantastic city that seems to have been designed by a computer program and built in the desert. They built houses by the beach and tall buildings along a major road called Sheikh Zayed Road. These buildings were strange shapes, like a giant golf tree, a shiny sandworm, or even a funny Dubai Death Star. Architecture firms were so busy that they had trouble finding space for all their new employees. From 2002 to 2008, Dubai's population doubled, and the city's size grew 4 times larger, partly because of land projects that created shapes like palm trees and world maps. In 2008, Dubai had as much property development as Shanghai, a city with 13 times its population. Sheikh Mohammed used a unique strategy to transform Dubai into the Middle East's main business hub. In the early 1980s, he breathed new life into the Jebel Ali port, calling it a free zone. In many places, free zones mean companies don't pay taxes, but in Dubai, there were no taxes to begin with. The government's money came from state-owned businesses, oil income, and taxes on alcohol. The Jebel Ali Free Zone was more like a special economic zone in China. Different rules applied within the zone compared to outside. Outside, traditional Sharia law governed business, including imprisoning debtors. But inside the free zone, business operated more like it does in the West, with its own set of laws tailored for port businesses. Jebel Ali thrived under this new system and became one of the busiest ports globally, handling over 10 million shipping containers every year. After Jebel Ali's success, Sheikh Mohammed initiated the creation of various free zones in the desert, each designed to attract specific industries beneficial to Dubai. But this transition into free zones served a dual purpose which only showed its fruits much later. Dubai's unique approach to governance set it apart from other global cities, which struggle to apply laws to their diverse populations. In Shanghai, foreign concessions meant people were subject to different legal codes based on their nationality, whereas in Dubai the same individuals face different legal systems based on their location within the city. In Shanghai, you were always under your home country's legal jurisdiction, no matter where you were in the treaty port. In Dubai, however, moving from one neighborhood to another was akin to moving from one country to another in terms of legal regulations. The Dubai International Finance Center, or DIFC, established in 2002, is physically located in the desert off Sheikh Zayed Road. The DIFC complex, a remarkable architectural achievement designed by the San Francisco firm Gensler, consists of a massive horseshoe-shaped office building surrounding a central 12-story arch. It quickly became the home of global banking giants like Citibank, HSBC, Standard Chartered, and Credit Suisse. Similar to the careful architectural planning, the concept for the DIFC was developed by the American consulting firm McKinsey, which advised the Dubai government to create a financial district governed by Western-style business regulations. Constructing Dubai's new financial district was a big task. Errol Hoopman, an experienced finance regulator hired from Australia in 2003, was in charge of creating the legal rules. Hoopman compared the DIFC to a state within a state, like the Vatican. In Europe, the Vatican follows religious laws, while the larger Italian state around it is secular. This is a reverse of Dubai's situation, with the DIFC as the secular partner in this case. Similar to a country, the DIFC has its own courts led by a British judge to enforce laws. It even has its own currency, the US dollar, not the United Emirates dirham, and English is its official language. As Hoopman said, English is what defines their unique country. Rather than completely overhauling Dubai's economy, they established a separate international financial zone with its own rules, preserving centuries-old business practices under Sharia in the United Arab Emirates. Within the 110-acre Dubai International Finance Center, business functions much like in New York, with the use of dollars, English, and legal proceedings. Outside the DIFC, there are debtor prisons where around 40% of Dubai's inmates are detained for debt-related charges. Inside, it's a different world, resembling New York and its financial activities. Sheikh Mohammed aimed to make Dubai not only the Middle East's financial hub, but also a technology and media capital. In 1999, they transformed saltwater overrun lowlands along Sheikh Zayed Road into Internet City and Media City, two connected free zones. The twin 53-story Chrysler buildings symbolize this development. The SimCity Chryslers are a fitting mascot for the Internet and Media City free zones, which strive to mirror the principles that have made the United States a leader in media and technology through constitutionally protected freedom of expression. To attract businesses, Dubai's authorities exempt Internet City and Media City from the United Arab Emirates' strict internet censorship policies, promising a fully searchable internet, with the only exceptions being sites from Israel. This, of course, is due to the heated conflict between Israel and Palestine. Dubai's internet censorship is transparent, and blocked sites are explained as inconsistent with the United Arab Emirates values. In the UAE, blocked sites are not just shown as the connection has been reset, but a message apologizes and states the reasons, including religious, cultural, political, and moral values. Users can easily access the criteria for blocking sites, which prohibits instructions for hacking, bomb-making, internet gambling, and internet dating, as they are considered contrary to the UAE's ethics and morals. The system even allows appeals if users believe the site was wrongly blocked, but users need to provide their name and contact information on the reporting form. To kickstart the development of Internet City, the state-owned real estate company in charge struck a unique deal with Microsoft. They allowed Microsoft to set up shop in the development and put up the world's largest Microsoft sign on their new building. In return, Microsoft got to lease space rent-free for 50 years. With Microsoft on board, other companies quickly joined in. Today, Internet City is home to the Middle East headquarters of not just Microsoft, but also Hewlett-Packard, Dell, Canon, and many others. Numerous smaller companies, employing thousands, occupy modern, unassuming office buildings nestled amid well-kept grounds and parking areas. Despite the big names, Dubai has only managed to attract the finance and marketing departments of tech companies. The promise of free thought in a designated neighborhood hasn't been enough to bring in the creative research and development and programming teams, which remain concentrated in the more liberal neighboring countries of India and Israel. Internet City, despite its achievements, is still limited by the lack of intellectual freedom in the wider city-state of Dubai. Adjacent to Internet City, Media City has successfully drawn foreign media outlets from leading Western news services like the BBC, CNN, and Reuters, as well as top Arabic stations such as Al Jazeera and Al Arabiya. Dubai offered these companies a peaceful location in the midst of the Middle East's turmoil. It was the perfect base for covering the American conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq. Journalists could easily travel to the war zones, report on events, and then return to their offices in prosperous, stable Dubai. To Sheikh Mohammed, the creation of Media City offered a valuable source of widespread recognition. Attracting prominent news organizations to the city contributed to establishing Dubai as a globally recognized destination, with local journalists covering light-hearted stories in the city-state that they wouldn't have explored otherwise. Dubai's extravagant real estate projects, like the immense indoor ski slope with a shopping mall and man-made palm-shaped islands, achieved international fame. Many of Dubai's developments appeared to be designed with such attention-grabbing narratives in mind. However, as was the case with Internet City, the level of intellectual freedom in a Gulf autocracy remained a concern for media companies. The initial assumption that unrestricted reporting by foreign media operating in Dubai would be tolerated as long as it focused on the broader region rather than the internal affairs of the United Arab Emirates came into question. In 2007, Dubai closed down 2 independent Pakistani media outlets at the request of fellow regional autocrat General Pervez Musharraf. These outlets were covering unrest in their home country from Media City. Nevertheless, in 2011, Google's Middle East marketing director Wael Ghonim openly orchestrated revolutionary protests in his home country of Egypt using uncensored Facebook from his Internet City office. Despite certain challenges, media and tech firms continue to thrive in Dubai due to its numerous advantages. In recent years, the Middle East has witnessed remarkable urban growth, with several cities in the region rapidly expanding. Notably, Bahrain's capital, Manama, stands out with an astounding population increase of 359%. Its development mirrors that of Dubai, with oil resources playing a pivotal role. Additionally, its rich history as a prominent trade route has helped shape it into a thriving financial hub for business today. Moving on to Doha, the most populous city in Qatar, it has become a magnet for sports enthusiasts. Doha's popularity has soared, particularly due to hosting high-profile events, such as numerous matches for the 2022 World Cup. The city has even gone the extra mile by constructing new stadiums exclusively for this prestigious football tournament. Shifting gears from the Middle East, let's head over to Las Vegas. This city was once celebrated as the global epicenter for entertainment, and its reputation as a playground for the super-rich still holds strong, much like Dubai. What's your favorite part about Dubai? If you're planning a visit someday, let us know in the comments. Also, be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more updates. See you next time.